Hi Gemini, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this bonus reading where we're going to look at the astrological energies around this great Uranus and Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Taurus. This is a big time Gemini, as this occurrence in the sky only happens about every 14 years. So think back how far you have come since 2010. That's basically 14 years ago. So Gemini, really big information and energy shifts around your career, your job, your self-worth, your physical world, right? Your possessions. Where is it that you could possibly shifting into a new physical realm? This could be moving, or possibly you looking at life differently in the physical. But this is also on in a collective or global scale. This could be about our food, our land, our resources. They definitely could change over the next 14 years. So this is going to be a huge benefic event. But remember, Gemini, we already have so much energy going on here in April with the eclipses, with Mercury retrograde and this conjunction. There's just so much energy. So even if it doesn't come out right at that time, just know that some of this energy could start trickling out in May and June when Mercury has its full speed back up. Okay, Gemini, if you haven't already, take a look at those April career readings as well as the general readings. I will leave a link below. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you would. All right, Gemini, let's see what Spirit has for you. You start off with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Then you have the King of Swords also in the reverse. Then you have the Page of Swords in the reverse. You have the 7 of Swords, my goodness, in the upright. Lots of sword energy, Gemini. 3 of Swords. And lastly, Temperance. This is the Sagittarius energy. This is the only major arcana card you will have here, and it is in the reverse. Now, do remember that Sagittarius sits across the sky from you, so there definitely could be some kind of duality going on here with the messages. Definitely something mercurial going on here with you all, Gemini. You all are a air sign, but I do think that there's going to be a lot of conversations that come up after this conjunction that you may not see until Mercury moves direct. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a card that represents the energies that you are in now when you are watching this video. Where is it that this energy can you move away from it, or it will help you through this time? So Spirit, if you could send Gemini a card representing their current area of focus. And you have 8 of Swords. So Gemini, we can clearly see that there is a lot of energy around your thoughts, around information, possibly not feeling like you know which way to turn. 8 of Swords is that card of feeling like you have a blindfold on, not quite sure what the next steps are. I do think, Gemini, one of the challenges with April just in general is that since Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Aries. Remember, Aries is that initiating, wanting to get things done. But when you don't have all the information, it's hard to do that, right? So I do think that you're moving away from this energy, even though you may not know what your next steps are. Gemini, I do think that there's some conversations that are going to come up around your family money. I do see that 10 of Pentacles. So I'm definitely thinking that could be where this conjunction benefits you and your loved ones. So keep that in mind throughout this conjunction. Even if you don't see it manifest here in April, just know it is on the way, especially when Mercury picks up speed, okay? All right, Gemini, so let's go ahead and pull an Ancestors and Angels Oracle card here. These are like archetype cards. Let's see what extra messages Spirit has for you. And you have the Mother. So the Mother is that first card of this deck where it's really focusing on you and how you nurture yourself, how you nurture others, and also how it is that you feel like you are starting on rooting almost like seeds of a beginning. And I'm really hearing here that many of you all Geminis, once you move into your solar return, which will come here later on in May after Taurus season and into June, some of you are going to have some really deep rooted conversations with your spirit guides and yourself around how it is that you can spend more time nurturing yourself, nurturing your loved ones. And I do think that there's some type of benefic event that's going to occur if you still have your mother with you, or you are someone who is a mother. There feels like there's this bond that could be getting stronger depending on how you are, going through life right now. So even if this is not like your physical mother, this could also just be who you embody as someone who is nurturing your friends, your family, people around you. So keep that in mind throughout this conjunction, that there could be some of those kind of like mothering, nurturing themes that come up. And I think that's really strong here with the Ten of Pentacles. Remember, the Ten of Pentacles is around your family, prosperity. With it in reverse, along with that King of Swords, there is this feeling of someone who is high up in possibly your family, or someone who has a big, someone who has a hold on your family could have a decision that you all are waiting for and you haven't heard back. So for example, you're looking to move and possibly you haven't heard from the bank yet. There's some type of, you're in a holding pattern. That's what I'm hearing here. And I really feel like this Page of Swords, this Eight of Swords and Seven of Swords, they're all lending itself to waiting to hear a verdict, waiting to hear information, possibly not knowing if someone is being truthful as well. So just keep that in mind. Try not to make any huge decisions during this month. But I do feel like at the end of this time period, it feels like once you get into May, you're starting to heal from whatever this was back here that you weren't quite sure about. So I think that this is going to be an interesting time for you, Gemini, because this Pentacle card is the only one that you received. And remember, this is the only Earth energy here in your reading. So there is this feeling of you and your family members are awaiting a verdict, or are awaiting a decision to be made. And if there is someone, if you are the decision maker, this is a time for you to be sitting down with yourself, possibly with your family, and talking things through. It does feel like some type of benefic news could come up throughout this conjunction. That means later on you will have the answers, okay? And I do think that's important to focus on, Gemini, is that it's not the information you don't have, but it's the information that is forthcoming. And I do think that many of you all, that Mother card is really strong here. I really feel like maybe you're waiting on information about your mother, or you're waiting on where is it that you can be more nurturing. It feels like someone is not being totally truthful with you. This could be a family member, or it also could be just the overall energies of like, we're not quite sure if the bank is going to get back to us in a reasonable amount of time. Page of Swords in reverse is like you're waiting for this information. And that really seems like this big theme here, Gemini. I do think that once you clear out of this energy of April, once you get into May, that's when the healing starts. I do think that some of you all could hear news that is not the best. If you didn't get that loan, or you weren't able to move forward on, putting a offer on a house or getting a certain type of loan, it does feel like if you can balance the energy, you're going to do a lot better. Instead of you focusing on what didn't happen, maybe you're focusing on a new venture or a new opportunity, or you go to a different bank. There's something here where it feels like some type of balancing how you feel and your emotions. But I do think the challenge, Gemini, is that since in your reading there isn't any strong energy around more of these pentacles or more of this earth energy. So I feel like this time is going to be more of a mental kind of like resting, holding place for you. And I think until you can move past this energy and get Mercury moving is when you're going to see what benefic energies happened around this conjunction. So I would say take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, see what they say as well. There does feel like if you can be patient, there's information on the way. Okay, so I would say May, June, especially in you all's solar return time, look forward to hearing some type of news. And this Temperance card down here could be that Sagittarius full moon that I believe should come in May, because we're going to have this Scorpio full moon here in April. So that could also bring some news as well. So be prepared for that, okay? All right, Gemini, I hope this was helpful for you. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. I hope you all have a great conjunction. Let me know in the comments what you all are looking forward to, and I'll talk to you later.